What's good, everybody? I hope you guys are doing good. Today is a beautiful day in Miami. It's Sunday. It's sunny outside. And I'm just here in the house just chilling. But I have some great news, so we're going to get started with this video. Listen, let me tell you a little background before we get into the conversation of finances and updates on where we're at right now. So my wife and I got married on December 29th of 2018. And the moment that we came back from our honeymoon, we started our debt-free journey. We were already preparing, we were already budgeting, and we were just, let's go head on and let's attack debt, So right now, if you have seen my previous videos, you will see other updates of, a couple of months ago, we paid off 2 of our credit cards, which helped us out now because we have more money now to put towards debt, compared to before. So let's just talk about now where we're at this very moment. Listen, guys, I am super excited. You do not even know. Listen, on Friday, we just paid off our student loan debt, one of them, and the one that's specifically under my name. And that student loan was $3,929.23. Man, we paid it off in one shot. You don't know the relief that I feel to get rid of that student loan. Listen, I should have paid off that student loan years ago because this student loan is from 2014, 2015. But because I didn't have any financial literacy, I just kept making minimum payments, or I would delay payments. Then I have credit cards, then I have all this, and then I would just be all over the place. And my interest kept going.
It's a pizza party, yo! Pizza party!
I was never getting out of that hole. But finally, because of the hard work that my wife and I have been doing, because of the sacrifice, and just having the mindset of let's get serious. And as Dave Ramsey says, let's get gazelle intense. We're gonna keep going until we're done. So yes, that is the news, guys. We paid off one of our student loan debt, and oh man, you do not know. Listen, when we got married, between the both of us, we had 9 different debts. Talk about from credit cards, a dental bill, we have a car loans and the student loan debt. Now that we're almost a year and a half into our marriage, we only have 3 different debt, which I will go into in a few. So let's talk about real quick last month, right? I actually have a chart in my room, or in one of the rooms, where I put the amount of debt I paid for every month, and it's just a visual and a motivation, that is good for me to have, So last month we paid off $522.23. But we only did that on purpose. We could have paid more, all right? But we did it on purpose. And the reason why we did it on purpose, it was as a motivation for me to work extra hard the following month, which is of July, this month, and to put more money down towards our debt. So right now we have about $4,500 in debt paid off this month so far, and I'm aiming to get to at least 5,000 by the end of this week, right? So, and I did that because I was doing Uber, I was doing Lyft, and let me tell you, this month has been so great for me when it comes to Uber and Lyft. I got a lot of tips, I did a lot of rides, I would do Uber like 4 or 5 times a week for like 5 hours, the max 6 sometimes. And I just come home, and sometimes in the beginning, once I leave, I'm like, dang, 5 hours of driving, and it's not like you make a lot of money in one single hour, because you don't. But then after the momentum comes, oh, I made $80, awesome, I'm gonna continue doing more rides, and it was awesome. Last month, I made like about $1,200 between Uber and Lyft. This month, I already exceeded that amount, and I still have a whole week before August comes in, so I'm definitely gonna go beyond the amount that I made last month. I am excited. All right, let's talk about real quick The next smallest debt, so I told you we had 3 more debt left. So we had the car we had 2 cars, and then we have another student loan, which is the biggest one, the last debt that will attack the most. And the car that we're paying off now is gonna be gone in 4 to 5 months. Couple of months ago, that seemed impossible. Because a couple of months ago, there was no way that I could put down $3,000 a month in debt. Why? Because we had multiple debts to pay off, you know? But because we paid off those debts, thank God for the stimulus checks, you know, and you know, staying home from during COVID and the very beginning of the shutdown, you know, which caused us to save more money so we can pay off more debt. So with that being said, the car will be paid off in 4 to 5 months. Something that most people can't do because they rely on minimum payments or they just make late payments or whatever the case may be. But we're on it, yo. We are going to pay that sucker in 4 to 5 months. And then the next car is up and then finally her student loan. So the question you may be asking, so E, when will you get out of debt? Or when is the goal of you getting out of debt? So let me tell you, based on the numbers mathematically, if we pay $2,666.67 a month, we shall be debt-free by September of next year. However, we can probably be done before September because once we pay off the next debt, that's extra money going towards the next debt after that. Plus doing Uber and Lyft. So most likely, if we continue that route, and pay more than the number that I just mentioned, we'll definitely be debt-free before September. I mean, it would be great if we could be debt-free by like my birthday in September. That would be like a huge gift, man. And when we're debt-free, you best believe, God willing, you know, God willing, we're going to fly out to Tennessee and visit Dave Ramsey and his, you know, his building and everybody that's there. And we are going to do a live debt-free screen. All right, we're gonna enjoy it. You know, we're not gonna have any issues with making payments because we don't owe anybody. You know, so that I hope you guys can see how serious we are when it comes to paying off debt. You know, and let me tell you, it is not easy. In the beginning, you know, I had fears, I had a lot of thoughts, and like, damn, like, is it really possible for me to get out of debt in 1 year or 2 years? Like, emergencies happen, right? That's why you have to have an emergency fund and then continue going hard and paying off your debt because things happen. You know, God forbid, you know, something happens from now all the way to September and my debt, paying off debt has to be delayed. You know, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna be bothered, but I have to accept the reality of things that happens in life. You know, but that's why, and I'm 33 years old right now, my wife is 26, and that's why. And we don't have any kids right now, which is one of the reasons why we don't want one. Is because we want to pay off debt first, which is, again, there's nothing wrong to have a child while being in debt. I just feel like for us specifically, at least, it's a wiser decision and it's better for us for many different reasons, you know, but we don't have to worry about other things, you know. So listen, guys, if I can do it, you definitely can do it. It just takes sacrifice, discipline. If you have a spouse, make sure you come in agreement with each other. If you're single, you know, get involved with like-minded people. You know, get involved with a community group, whether in person or online. You know, ask questions, do the research. We all need financial literacy because listen, they're not teaching this in schools. When my parents came from the Dominican Republic in the 1940s. My father never succeeded at the 5th grade. My mom never went to high school. You know, lack of education, you know, poverty level at that time. And they came to this country. They did what they can. My father worked at a factory. My mom worked at a hospital almost all her life. And you know what? They were responsible with money. But for some reason, I was never taught about finances. I was never had any financial literacy tips or lectures from my parents. You know, so I made a lot of dumb decisions growing up. Poor decisions, throwing my money away, never budgeting. I never budgeted in my life until the moment I got married, you know? So, guys, you can do it, man. If I can do it, let me tell you, you can do it. This is not, you have two choices. I put on Facebook, you have two choices when coming out of, breaking out of debt. It's either get serious and attack debt or make excuses. The more excuses you make, the longer the process of you coming out of debt. And that could be 5 years of you making excuses of not coming out of debt. So I'm going to end this video right here, guys. I just want to thank you for tuning in with the update. I hope you guys are encouraged, are motivated. You know, as a believer, as a son of God, you know, we have to be great stewards of our money. You know, I want to be able to give. I want to be able to bless people with more money than than I can right now. You know, so let's do it, guys. I know you can do it. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm going to put all my information below. Please subscribe, hit the notification button so you can be notified whenever I come up with a new video and even live videos and whatnot. So, man, I know you can do it, guys. Peace!